What are you kind of expecting out of these two quality opponents this weekend?
Obviously you're playing two of the top 10 teams in the country, two of the top premier teams in Hockey East every year. So it's going to be, a really good challenge. That's they're going to have a lot of different ways that they can test any opponent. Like normal, 15-20% of our preparation is on our opponent, and 80-85% of our preparation is focused in on the things that we value and trying to make sure we're in the right frame of mind to do the things that we need to do well.
Power play was 3 for 5 against Sacred Heart last week, and the last game you guys played. Is that something you took out of that game as a positive, other than obviously scoring 6 goals?
I think the Leonard and Bradley unit with Bubella, Zaleski, CJ Lee, that unit's been real good for weeks now. They were good prior to break. They were good coming out of break. They looked good in St. Cloud. They were good against Sacred Heart. So that unit's been real strong right now, and it's kind of asserting themselves as our number one unit.
Also this weekend, you guys kind of gearing up back for league play again. Is there anything you guys are working on this week of practice coming into the weekend?
No, nothing dramatically different. We know who we are. We're trying to take pride in who we are. I think that's the real key. And knowing who you are and talking about who you are is one thing. I think that was maybe where we were in October or November, is we talked about who we were. We didn't totally yet believe it and practice it on a daily basis, which led to some issues. I think in the last month and a half or so, we've made a real conscious effort in our daily habits as a team to, in practice, take value in who we are, what we do well. We're a hard, fast, physical team. When we play discipline in terms of our penalties and discipline in terms of our team play and our systems, we're a real hard team to play against. And I think our offense is growing, and I felt it would all year. I've always felt that was going to come. But I think how we're going to win, I know how we're going to win, is by being a nasty, hard, physical team that is miserable to play against and that knows how to win 3-2 hockey games.
Milos getting named the player of the month, rookie of the month, in the ECAC. Is that kind of a testament to he and as well the rest of his line, how well they've played?
Yeah, that line of freshmen have played real well. Certainly we would like, what we're trying to push out of them is more consistency. Not to be great in one game and then pretty good and then just average, which is normal for freshmen. But yeah, I think we've seen real growth in Milos already in the first 3 months. He's had a good level of buy-in to how hard you need to play to have success in college hockey and North American hockey. His competitive level, his willingness to compete for pucks and to stay on pucks and second and third efforts has grown dramatically. And what you see then is that he has the puck more. When he has the puck, he does some real special things. Very talented young man, and he did some real good things here in the last month to show that. I think we just see it more now in games because he has the puck more, because he's competing more to have that puck. So, certainly there's a lot of growth that we need to continue to see in his game, Mike Zaleski's game, Mark Miller's game, but that line has certainly been real strong for us of late.
I know you've said in the past that I guess the halfway point of the season, the freshmen aren't really freshmen anymore. Is that kind of the case? You've seen some development through all the freshmen.
Yeah, so I think that the real good freshmen, somewhere usually in November, December, the light bulb goes on and it just kind of clicks because they've been buying in or trying to buy in since September. And they go through ups and downs in that buy-in level. They go through ups and downs in their daily compete level. Some days they come to the rink and they compete hard. Some days they come to the rink and they get their tail whooped by the older guys. But the real good ones, somewhere in November, December, everything clicks a little bit and they start taking off. And I think we're seeing that with those three. I think we're seeing that with Jason Kasdorf before the injury. I think we're seeing that with Chris Bradley. But even the other freshmen that we don't see as much in games, we're seeing some of those things in practice. I mean, I laugh. I think back to Paul Stasny. I think his first goal in college hockey was like December 3rd. And he had like 45 points that year as a freshman. And 2 years later, he had 85 points in the National Hockey League. And, just pretty normal. Not very few freshmen come in and start dominating in October. But I like the progression that these freshmen are making right now, but they have a lot of growth left to go.